Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep your daughter who's teething happy. Do you think you'll start washing up for me? Greetings, good morning. Welcome to another sunny day in Malta. Today is Ghost Fret Day. That's right, viewers, Ghost Fret. It's time for us to collaborate and make something beautiful and wonderful and bring back our beloved Ghost Fret model. What I'd really like to do today is talk to you about elements of the Ghost Fret design that we can change, that we can improve, and get your feedback. This is part of the collaborative process for us, so please, in the comment section below, tell me whether you want something, don't want something, like or don't like, and obviously we'll keep a tally. Dave, the designing guy, is going to be reading it and sort of being very involved in this, as will Lee, as will Andy, as will Pablo, as will Manuela. Everybody at Chapman will be involved in this. We love it. It is one of the best things, the most exciting things that we do. We don't know how the new Ghost Fret is going to look or sound. It's up to you. Anyway, off to the studio. He's changed it again, he can't stop. Look, he's got some kind of podcasting station set up here. I'm talking, of course, referring to the Incredible Luke. Drums in the middle, and now like some kind of cool amp wall at the back. Soon to have a couple of amps added to it. That's another story. I'll tell you about that later on. But yeah, so I guess I'll be filming mostly here today. Really need some breakfast. I've only had a banana, and I don't operate well on only a banana. Man, I haven't played that riff in absolutely years. Quite a few of you have asked in the past how to play White Dove from the band Dorje, so let me just talk you through it real slow and I'll play it, and maybe this view is a good way to learn that riff. So here's the riff, slow. I'll try and do it slower, but actually it's quite hard to do it slow because I'm on autopilot thinking about singing the track. And up to speed is kind of... This was my rig, the ML1 Hybrid Standard from Chapman Guitars. Now I am monumentally biased because I am Rob Chapman from Chapman Guitars, and this is my guitar company, but it's a beautiful guitar. So easy to play, incredible pickups, just a lovely tremolo. Look how lovely it looks. It's lovely and nice, baked maple fingerboard. Big changes happening here soon, but this is the headstock, and that was an Easter egg, and yeah, it's a great guitar. For 500 and whatever pounds or 600 something euros, this is a lot of guitar, and I'm incredibly proud of it. So Luke just said to me, we're having coffee and sandwiches and stuff, and we were chatting about business ideas and, you know, crazy entrepreneurial, I'm putting the window up because suddenly it's windy, entrepreneurial stuff. And we came up with an idea for something that we thought was cool, but we both sort of said, but it's nothing to do with music or the guitar. And then Luke said,
coming to think of it, I would like to say make something of myself. Ideally, it has to do with music in order to make use of the time I have at the moment.
And then I said that's a trap, and I wanted to explain to Luke
why it's a trap.
Why it's a trap, and also to you, because I think this is really important for a lot of musicians who go through this feeling of, I've got to make it. I need to make something of myself. I need to achieve this thing. Like
a milestone or whatever.
Right. Luke just said he wants to make something of himself. How often are you on TV playing guitar?
Well, not that often, but there would come a time where I would have, you know, like 2 consecutive opportunities, because it's seasonal. But
you were on TV playing guitar a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Every time I go for lunch with this guy, he's on the television playing guitar. You are a professional guitarist.
I would like to think so, yes.
You have a pro studio. The Maltese Philharmonic Orchestra are there regularly.
You could say, yes.
How many sessions have you played on?
Of?
How many times have you played guitar for an artist?
Quite a few times.
A lot, yeah? For people like Jasmine.
Exactly, yes. Local artists, yes.
You've been the go-to session guitar player, one of them on this island for a while.
Yes.
You already are something.
Something of myself.
But he doesn't realise. And that's the thing that everyone falls into. That you never get there.
But it's
because
there is the mileage you've covered.
There is no there. There is no there.
Yes, it's true.
You, at the age of 15, looking at you now would be like, oh my God, I made it. I can't believe it. And you now is like, oh, I can't wait to get there. There's no there. Look at people like Rabia. He's like, oh, yeah, I really want to. He's made it.
He has these kind of thoughts as well.
Everyone has these thoughts. A lot of you have these thoughts. It's completely natural to feel like I need to strive to make it, to get this thing. I think that's a trap that we create ourselves. I think better is to think, I can't wait to write the next track, or I can't wait to enjoy jamming with the band, or I want to get out and play live when I'm allowed to again, or I'm really enjoying working on this new tone, but don't strive to make it.
No.
Because you've made it. A giant proportion of your income comes from studio and music.
That's true.
To a lot of people, that's making it. To some people, being on television once is like, wow, I can't believe I made it on national TV.
Exactly. It depends on the sort of the target everyone sets for themselves.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I made Luke a Chapman artist a few months back. We haven't mentioned this on YouTube before because, I don't know, because Luke's a very good friend, it felt a little bit, like I've just made a friend an artist. But Luke is legitimately a mega televised, very active, highly busy session guitar player in Malta. He's the guy that you go to play jazz, funk, acoustic, electric, banjo, anything, So in Malta, he's there, and it made perfect sense to have someone else to work with that would be an artist here. You've made it. Just continue to be making it.
That is in fact my main goal.
Yeah.
To enjoy what I'm doing, and as long as I keep on doing it, it is making it. Yes.
Sustainable.
Exactly, making it sustainable.
Enjoyable. If it's enjoyable, it's sustainable. If you're sustaining it, you're enjoying it.
Exactly.
It's the same. That's all you need to do, is just keep doing what you're doing and enjoy it, and be thankful and have gratitude for the fact that you are able to do it, and that you enjoy it. And then don't worry if you stop enjoying it for a bit. Have a week off. No one cares. It's fine. Just relax.
It's ups and downs happen to everyone. So
yeah, totally. Embrace the fact that one day you might wake up and go, I just want to play Diablo or Warcraft or order a coffee or whatever it is.
Reminds me.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all it was. Bye. Okay, let's talk about the Ghost fret. I want to run by a whole bunch of options with you, talk about things that we can change, things that we can improve, some ideas we've had, and really get your feedback in the comment section below about how the vote for the next Ghost Fret Pro should run. Ghost Fret, one of the oldest and dearest designs for me. It was originally kind of another signature guitar for me, and I really designed it for Dorje. I wanted it to be like heavy, a live guitar that sat on you beautifully when you played it live. It needed to sound heavy, articulate, you know, and I really mean articulate like Pornograffiti, Nuno Bettencourt, chewy chords that had a place, a harmonic structure that was clear. You play an open chord with gain and you would hear the individual strings. That's what I mean by articulate. We want to make some changes. So let's start with, what do you think about the pickups? I'm going to play you a variety of different bridge humbuckers just to give you an idea. And what I want to find out is, do you want your Ghost Fret Pro to be more traditional sounding for a change, kind of in the middle, or high output, aggression, kind of we're going to go for it type vibe? So you can see my setup here. I've got the Apollo X4, I've got my laptop. I'm literally running one mic into my, I can't tell whether you can see this or not, into my DAW. I'm just going to hit record. It's just an SM57. Let's start by taking a listen to this ML1 Hybrid Standard. I should also tell you that I'm using a regular Marshall cab, and I'm using a V30 from Victory, set like this. As you can see, it's beautifully set, just normally. I'm going to be using gain because this is a heavy rock guitar, but not too much gain. I just want you to listen to the pickups and tell me what you think. So this is what we call the Sonorous Zero. This is a ceramic, medium high output Chapman humbucker, and it's a favorite of mine. Rabia and I designed this together. We were very involved in its creation, and it sounds like this. So that's the Sonorous Zero. It's a straight ahead, no nonsense, affordable Chapman pickup. And that's how it sounds. By the way, these are all like, you know, they're not the same guitar, but they're all S-type guitars. And the majority of them are bolt-on. So anyway, forgive the massive, wild, drastic changes in design. It's just to give you an overall idea. That's the Sonorous Zero. It's the affordable option for a Ghost Fret. Let's take a listen to a custom 59. So ML1 Pro X, you know, forgive, we've got some brass bits and it's expensive neck and steel frets and everything, but this is a custom 59 from Seymour Duncan, straight from USA, and it's definitely thicker, it's definitely fuller, and I'm really hearing more body in the sound. That's the custom 59. Let's listen to a Pegasus in this Pro Modern over here. Okay, ML1 Pro Modern. This is the Pegasus humbucker from the USA of Seymour Duncan. They describe it as a medium high output. I definitely say it's a high output humbucker, and it sounds like this. darker than the Custom 59, fatter than the Sonorous 0. Let's move on to, behind this little plant, a Pearly Gates in this ML1 Pro Hybrid. Okay, Pro Hybrid, this is the Pearly Gates. Again, it's an American Seymour Duncan humbucker, and it sounds like this. Completely different sounding pickup, guitar. It's brighter. It has more harmonic response in some areas. It wants to feed back a bit more. Which of these 4 bridge options are you most attracted to? Kind of high gain, medium, more affordable, still kind of high gain, in-betweeny? What's your vibe? Next, let's talk about necks. So the Ghost Fret, as you know, the Pro range Ghost Fret has always had a neck all the way through. And one of the problems, well, I want to say problems, but one of the situations, the events with having a neck all the way through is that it makes the guitar hella expensive. It is an expensive guitar to design. In fact, the Ghost Fret is one of the most expensive to manufacture because it has an actual flame maple top, like a cap that's been carved down. Its neck all the way through, you know, the pickups, the hardware. It's an expensive guitar. And yes, we make a standard version, but a lot of people want the Pro version cheaper. So one idea we've had for making the Ghost Fret Pro more affordable is to give it a bolt-on neck, and either a bolt-on or a set through. And I'm kind of thinking bolt-on would be really cool. If I think about the predominance of high output shreddy guitars that play the kind of style I think somebody who buys a Ghost Fret would play, most of them are like bolt-ons. And there are lots of pros and cons with bolt-ons, mostly pros. I think we should do a bolt-on that is carbon fiber reinforced and just make it kind of string gauge agnostic. Do you know what I mean? So you could put 9s on it, or you could put 12s on it, and the guitar goes, I don't care, whatever you want to do, go for it. So we want to avoid neck through, keep the cost down. Ideally get this in a range where people feel it is, you know, really, really good value for money. That's something that we're really about at Chapman Guitars. Make things accessible, but pro. And so I want your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And let's take a look at some necks. This is what the majority of our baked maple necks look like. They kind of vary in color depending on the wood and the length of bake, that kind of thing. It is a variable, as you can see, because when we make them in Indonesia, different source of wood, slightly different color, but same material really. Sorry, guitar. And let's take a look at things like the fretboard. Do you want it to be maple, or would you rather it was ebony? Or even rosewood nowadays. We can get rosewood again. What are you after? What's your vibe? And also, was it interesting having me talk to you about this in a first-person way? I feel like it's more intimate, it's more real, it's more direct. You let me know what you think. Something else I think absolutely needs addressing is the balance point on a Ghost Fret. Having played live and toured with Ghost Frets for years, I never had a problem with neck dive, but I know that some people definitely did. Now, I think the reason I didn't is the stance that I stand in when I play a Ghost Fret, and the strap. I use a big leather strap, and the strap, the way I'm stood with the leg at front, kind of like that, the guitar sits here. So it's got a fulcrum point, it can't go anywhere. Do you see what I mean? People that wear it high maybe experienced neck dive. And so to get around that, there's only really one or two things we can do. We can either counterweight it, or we can lighten the weight of the tuners. Or maybe use a different kind of neck wood. Let us know what you think. Do you have any great ideas? I'm sure you're going to have hundreds of great ideas about how we can overcome a little bit of neck dive on that design. Dave was suggesting we go for a lighter weight neck wood than maple, which is quite a heavy wood. And I was sort of saying, let's use lighter weight tuners, but then maybe that means getting rid of the hip shot locking, which would be a real shame because they're incredibly invaluable as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it's a blend of the two. If you have a good idea, tell us, because we're absolutely listening. And then colors. We've got loads of different options for colors. Maybe you'd like something a bit different. Do you want that blue to return, or did you want the natural thing to come back? Or do you just want gloss black? That's it. Ghost Fret coming up soon for vote, but please tell us what you want and especially what you don't want, so that we can work out the polling options. Listen to the beat of his wings on high. Breathe, Chappers. Breathe, Chappers. Freedom is the crow in the tree. Oh. Lyrics, bitch. Get them lyrics. Get them right. Listen to the beat of his wings on high, but you can't turn down the sky, no. I've got to work on my stomach muscles. I've got cramp here. It's a good sign. It means I'm singing right, but it's a bad sign because I'm a fat and I need to exercise my stomach. Freedom is a crow in the tree, waiting for the time it will be alone. Have an amazingly bright and cheerful, lovely day. Chappers out. Before, after.